Alright, y'all, we're about to get into a new video. It's called by JxmyHighroller. It's called "It's Been a Wild Month in the NBA." Let's get into it. He just dropped this like 10 minutes ago, by the way. So, you know, we caught on it early, but let's get into it. My head hurts.
Steph Curry laboring. And right now, his team down by 5. Jokic. Got it!
I saw that shot. That shit was crazy.
Cooper didn't appreciate being tripped. And then Clay had something to say. I don't know. You didn't even play tonight.
Durant into the paint. Durant rises up. Durant.
Nah, it really had been a crazy month. I ain't gonna lie. This shit with Ja and Clay, AD getting traded, D'Lo's ass like always. Brown coming back. Bronny got sent to the G League. Luka going crazy. Jokic going crazy. Shit.
Move him, start fresh, send him somewhere where he can start fresh. Is it time to turn the page on young LaMelo Ball?
We are now 1 month into the NBA season, and things are already out of control. We are now 1 month into the NBA season, and things are already out of control.
That's crazy.
The NBA
I would
is
never
back,
let a man do that
and it's
to me.
better than ever. Today's video is sponsored by Draft. With a $2 stay in your
Oh, it's not SeatGeek no more? Hey, bro.
Be too early for me. With 1 month of NBA games in the books, would it be too early for me to jump to some wildly bold conclusions on a season that just started? Absolutely. Is that gonna stop me from making some wildly bold conclusions on a season that just started? No, of course not. So here is everything that happened in month 1 of the NBA in about 10 minutes. The NBA MVP race is as deep and difficult as it's ever been. With 4 players right now playing out of their minds, we have reached the point where averaging a near 35-point triple-double will more than likely not deem you the most valuable player in the league.
Well, let's look at the MVP leaderboard. Nikola Jokic, Shea, Luka is number 3, Giannis, Cade, Victor Wembanyama. Okay, it's not a bad list. Not a bad list. Wembanyama got hurt though. That's the thing, bro. I hope Wembanyama can stay healthy because if he's getting injured, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's because he's mad tall. I don't know if his body could like even handle. Like, bro, I don't want this nigga to keep getting hurt, bro. Because I really fuck with Wembanyama. Like, bro, if this nigga just stays consistent and he keeps playing, he dead ass be a top 5 player all time. Like, no questions asked. Like, for real. Nikola Jokic at 1. Yeah, that nigga's crazy. He's averaging a triple-double. And is shooting damn near 70% from the field. This nigga, he's literally a video game character at this point. Shea, he's number 2, yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, he's not winning that shit because, bro, you barely play the 4th quarter and your team is blowing out teams and y'all 19-1. He's not winning that shit. This nigga could damn near sit 10 games. I promise you, the OKC will probably go for 10 games. They'll probably go like 7-3, 8-2. They'll probably have that record. For real. Luka, yeah. Oh, he's averaging 35. Goddamn. Shit. He's going crazy. Luka should have won in 2024, though. For sure. Now, but I ain't gonna lie. Luka should have won in 2024. For sure. Luka should have won that MVP in 2024. Like, for real. Jokic, like, bro, you gotta understand, they're not gonna get the MVP to the actual MVP every year. They're gonna give it to, like, wherever, like, the fans want more or like could push a narrative more, you know, because it wasn't like that. LeBron would have won 10 MVPs, but in 2024, Luka got robbed for sure. Luka got robbed, but this year, particularly, Jokic is winning MVP. I ain't gonna lie, because averaging a triple double and shooting damn near 70% from the field is insane.
Instead, you may just need the greatest individual season in the history of basketball to be in the running. And even then, nothing is guaranteed.
Kate Cunningham is at 5, yeah.
Kate like that. MVP in the NBA,
like that.
Right
Josh
about now
Giddey like that too.
That's of course if injuries don't get in the way. After rolling out their new 65-game minimum rule a few seasons ago, the NBA was hopeful that players around the league, specifically the stars, would be motivated to play more games and load management around the league would slow down a bit. Their plan has not worked. As of right now, there are 123 players either ruled out or day-to-day across the NBA. That's over a quarter of the league's sideline after just 1 month of basketball. Turns out more rest might not be such a bad thing. And although
bro, literally, this was I was trying, bro, I ain't gonna lie, we need to shorten the season. Before, when there was 82 games, the game was way slower paced. Today's game, bro, you're not standing still. You're going to be moving constantly. Even big men are moving like guards. Like, you're going to get fouled. I said fouled. You're going to get hurt eventually. Like, this is shit I be talking about. Like, bro, you gotta understand, in the NBA, right, they have the same type of injuries. There's always calf strains or hamstrings usually, or if it's crazy like an ACL tear, it's always one of those three, and it's basically mostly the first two I just said. Like, that's literally how it be. If you really want players to like stop getting hurt, bro, you gotta shorten the season. Put it to 62 games and space out the games. Why are you playing back-to-backs? You gotta understand, they're already going crazy. They're already playing in the off-season. They're already doing workouts, warm-ups, all that other shit. Now you're making them play back-to-backs, bro. That's a death sentence. Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, y'all just asking for these players to get injured at this point.
Staying healthy has proven to be difficult this season. Scoring the ball has never been easier. So far this season, teams have scored at least 130 points.
Because people don't play defense.
5 times. Just a decade ago, teams crossed the 130-point threshold only 36 times over the course of the entire season. Watching the Pelicans drop 143 points in a single outing was crazy. A bit of a wake-up call, but at the rate the league is going, we should see our first 200-point game by about tomorrow. In other news, the fate of the entire NBA rests in the hands of a 36-year-old on the Clippers. Thanks to the Paul George trade that happened over 6 years ago, the Thunder own the Clippers' unprotected first-round pick, a potential lottery pick in the 2026 draft. The worse the Clippers do, the more devastating the pick becomes. The only thing stopping the Thunder from getting the pick of the litter in a draft advertised as the best class in years and swallowing the NBA whole in their reign of terror is a geriatric James Harden's ability to carry a piss-poor Clippers team. If giving up a future MVP and sparking a potential dynasty wasn't bad enough, being the sole cause of Warriors 2.0 is the icing on the cake. And in the most twisted way imaginable, James Harden is the villain who lived long enough to become the hero. Now, one of the more fun and exciting developments so far this season are the Detroit Pistons, who have won as many games through their first 16 matchups this season as they did in the entire season just 2 years ago. One of the most absurd turnarounds the NBA has ever seen, propelled by circa 2000 Kobe and Shaq. Just 2 seasons ago, the Pistons were a Cade Cunningham injury away from being the worst team ever. Fast forward to today, and Detroit has gotten out to the best start in the organization's history, and they are now real contenders to win the East and fight for a title this year. A sentence I never thought would come out of my mouth. Meanwhile, on the other end of the spectrum, the Indiana Pacers are, not doing very good. A team that was 3/4 away from their first NBA championship just a few months ago have mustered a grand total of 3 wins this season.
How did they only win?
Possibly the worst team in the league.
How did they have 2 wins? What
Oddly
the fuck?
enough, there's hardly been
I know
any
Tyrese
changes
is hurt,
between
but
this year's
damn.
team and the team that made it to the finals just 5 months ago. They have dealt with some injuries, but the Pacers have one of the highest roster continuities in the NBA outside of the departure of Miles Turner and the absence of Tyrese Halliburton. And it's at this moment that I would like to remind everyone that Halliburton was voted as the most overrated player in the NBA last season. The same guy who is apparently the difference between
overrated?
the Pacers being a finals team and the Pacers being the worst team in
Rudy
the NBA.
Gobert.
Just something to think about. After 21 seasons in the league, Chris Paul announced he will be retiring.
He has to
after
leave.
this
That boy
season.
sucks.
A sad day for the basketball world, and an announcement that came eerily soon after Shai Gilgeous-Alexander invited him over for dinner and brought out his MVP trophy to put on display in the middle of their spread.
Okay, guys, that's insane. Oh, what? Whose idea was this?
Thank you for 21 fantastic seasons of hoops. Now look at this trophy you never got. After a quarter of the season, we have now seen a decent sample size of how the Denver-Brooklyn trade has turned out. And it looks like Michael the Play-Ins-Here Porter Jr. has found a home with the Nets where he can truly let it fly whenever he wants. He's averaging career numbers across the board, and many fans have came to the conclusion that the Nets won this trade. In which case, I guess the Nuggets will just have to settle for the 3rd best record in the league as legitimate title contenders. Out in Dallas, Nico Harrison was fired just 8 months after the event that shall not be mentioned. And as bad as the immediate aftermath was, the effects of Nico and his shenanigans will linger on long after his departure. The Mavericks have been one of the worst teams in the league this year, ranked 23rd on power rankings with a 5-14 record. Their best players sidelined indefinitely, and they are now, you ready for this? Gauging the market for an Anthony Davis trade. So not only did they cough up a generational talent in his early prime, but what they got in exchange has been so underwhelming that they're ready to blow it up after 14 games of Anthony Davis. The Mavericks went from the finals to what looks like it's going to be a rebuild in just 18 months. But on the bright side, the
Mavericks are a joke. The front office are a joke. Shame on every single. I don't give a fuck. Not just Nico Harrison, because Nico Harrison had to talk to one of the higher ups to even let that shit happen. So shame on every person who are in the higher ups of the Dallas Mavericks. Shame on you, Jason Kidd. I don't give a fuck. The coaching staff, everybody's getting heat. I don't give a fuck, bro. Shame on all you niggas. Facts.
Organization said defense wins championships, and that's what they needed. And so far this season, they are ranked 3rd in the league on defense. So, there's that. Now, one of the biggest surprises so far has been this year's rookie class. Coming out of the draft, it was Cooper Flagg who received all the hype, but it is his Duke teammate, Con Knippel, who has crashed the party and broken out as the early star of the 2025 draft class, averaging 19 and 6 a night. Flagg started out a bit slow, but is beginning to look every bit of the future cornerstone Dallas hoped he'd be. Meanwhile, the team that drafted rookie sensation Cedric Coward, my Blazers, decided to immediately trade him for, and I quote, Chinese Jokic. All of my wisecracks about other fan bases are really just internalized frustrations about my own team. At least Pelicans fans have something to smile about, with 2 rookies playing well while the rest of the franchise is lollygagging around them. And VJ Edgecombe has cooled off a bit after his very good impression of a young Michael Jordan in his first NBA game, but still looks to be a contender for Rookie of the Year this
like
season.
That, bro.
Now, here are the power rankings through week 5 and the change in rankings from the preseason. The Thunder and Nuggets sit comfortably at the top as the two best teams
Nuggets
in the league,
and Thunder
with the
are
Rockets,
probably going to be the Western Conference
them as
Finals
title contenders.
for sure.
The Phoenix Suns have rocketed
Thunder
up the
taking that
rankings from near the
7.
bottom of the NBA at
That should go in
25 in the
games.
preseason, all the way up to 7th in the most recent power ranking. The Raptors' 8-game win streak jumped them up into the top 10, and the complete reinvention of the Heat's offense has propelled them up 10 spots in just the first month of the season. On the other end of the spectrum are the Clippers, who have fallen from the 6th spot all the way to 21, as the basketball world clings on to the hope that they will turn it around. The Grizzlies have fallen 6 spots as Ja Morant continues to be fine in the West. The Mavericks are still learning the value of Luka Doncic, and the Wizards, well, they're the Wizards. And finally, here are our criminally early NBA season awards, which I really shouldn't do, but I'm going to. No one can stop me. Based off of the first month of the season, here are the all-NBA teams so far. First team is Maxey, Luka, Giannis, Jokic, and Shea. Second team is Harden, Wemby, Steph, Cade, and Mitchell. And third team is Markkanen, Randall, Şengün, Jalen Johnson, and Jalen Duren. Tyrese Maxey, who's playing out of his mind early this season, could potentially join the 4 foreign horsemen of NBA first team. If Wemby can come back healthy and in time, he will make his first all...
Tyrese Maxey, Luka, Giannis, Jokic, Shea. That's not bad. Second team, Harden, Wemby, Curry, Cade, Donovan Mitchell. Okay, third team, Julius Randle, Şengün. That's not bad.
NBA
nah, Jimmy really be knowing, bro. I ain't gonna like, whoa, where's Josh Giddey? Where's Josh Giddey? Josh Giddey's damn near averaging a triple-double. You have to put Josh Giddey in here. Nah, you have to put Josh Giddey in here.
Physically still in 2019.
Josh Giddey's probably at least second team, at least.
Features a handful of new faces
second team?
in Şengün,
It's probably
Johnson,
third team.
and Duren. At the
You
moment,
gotta put him in third
the
team for sure.
is Nikola Jokic. The
MVP,
Rookie of
yeah.
the Year is somehow a 6'8" forward from Duke, not named Cooper Flagg. The scoring leader is Luka Doncic, averaging over 35 points a night. And I don't care
sure.
if he doesn't play another game this season. The Defensive Player of the Year is Victor Wembanyama. Now, for most improved player,
he's not
there's
gonna
a
pass the
handful of guys
65
who
game
have
mark,
a case
bro.
for this award up to this point. Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, Denny
Most
Advia,
improved?
Keontae.
Who is the most improved? The most improved? I'll say Austin Reeves.
George, but I'm gonna give it to Ryan Rollins, who has tripled his production since last season and has been balling out this season. And lastly, the best team through month 1 is easily the OKC Thunder.
OKC.
They are very casually dismantling teams. They have the second best record in league history through the first month of the season, and they aren't even healthy yet. This
That's
team
not
is
bad.
floating head and shoulders above the league, and as of right now, they are the easy favorites as champions this
favorites.
season.
I'll put
And
a
that was everything that happened in
98%
month
chance
1
of them
the
winning.
NBA
I ain't gonna
season
lie.
in about 10 minutes. Hope you all enjoy.
Niggas are projected to win over
until
73
next time.
games, more than the Warriors. That was a good ass video. That was probably my favorite video he came out with like in months. I ain't gonna lie. But anyways though, catch me on the next video. Like and subscribe. Bye bye.